I'm all about the good vibes, the good vibes. We bout to have a good time, a good time. Leave my problems all behind, all behind. We living out the good life, yeah. I ain't gotta worry about a thing. Oh no. Had some obstacles I overcame. Oh yeah. You don't have to ever be the same. Oh Lord. Cause when we change the mind, we change the game. Coming through clutch. Coming through clutch. Coming through clutch.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kenny Clutch with another episode on the Clutchvision podcast. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, everybody. It is now 2020. This is the first episode of 2020. This is actually episode number 17, and we getting it in. We digging in. I hope you guys are loving the podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Share this with a friend. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Instagram. Share it wherever you can. Send a text message to somebody. Click that bell next to the subscribe button. So make sure you get all the notifications on when we post. It's growing, everybody. It's growing every single day. I'm getting messages from people on how we're helping them out and giving them more insight, more knowledge, more information. And this is something that I always wanted to do, for a long time. And doing this podcast, staying consistent with it, is a big deal to me. It's a challenge for me to stay consistent with something and continuously putting out positive content. So we are so glad to do that for you guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and donate. There'll be a link below. Donate to the podcast to keep this thing growing, keep it growing as well too. Yeah, man, we gonna dig in, yo. We gonna dig in. I wanna talk about something that is near and dear to my heart, and I want you guys to understand going into this new year. Stop giving people the keys to your car, and they ain't even got a permit yet. I said, stop giving the people keys to your car and they didn't even have a permit yet. Meaning, stop giving people permission to drive your life and they didn't even take the test to get a permit. See, we do that a lot of times in life. We see new people, everybody's cool, they seem cool, and then we start giving them the keys to the car. Especially teenagers, young guys, young women, and even some adults. We go in, we give kids and we give the keys rather to the car, and we let people roll out. They ain't take a test. We didn't evaluate them to see if they even passed the test. Right? What we gotta understand is people stop giving people permission to be in your life, and they get in that car, they start driving that car, and then they crash the car. I said we give people permission and we give them the keys to the car. They ain't got no permit, they ain't got no license, and they ain't got no insurance. They ain't even got no registration. But here we go. And we giving them the keys. And we just let them go. When they have no knowledge on how to drive the vehicle. I said they have no knowledge on how to drive the vehicle. How many times does that happen to you? How many times do you allow somebody to come into your life, right? And everything seems popping. Ladies, maybe it's a attractive male that comes into your life. Fellas, maybe it's an attractive female that comes into your life, right? You sit there and be like, yeah, everything cool, like She seemed like such a great person. He seems like such a great person, such a great individual, right? Y'all start talking, right? Y'all start talking, y'all start kicking it for a little bit. Then y'all want to try and take things a little further. And then that person starts to show their true colors, starts to show who they are. Then something pop off and then they put the blame on you. It's your fault. They don't want to take no responsibility. They don't want to take no accountability for their actions. Right? That's what they do. Everything's your fault. Everything's on you. In reality, it kind of is. Because you're the one that gave them the keys to the car. So it is your fault. Because you let them drive. It is your fault. Stop allowing people to drive your wheels. Stop allowing people to drive your wheels. You worked hard to get yourself to this level. Why would you just give somebody the keys to the car with no knowledge on how to drive? See, every car is different. Every car is different. I mean, you got some cars that are manuals, and you got some cars that are automatics, right? You got some cars that are just, nice, simple, little Volkswagens, or, station wagons, what they call them, vans. And then you got sports cars, right? And you got that Rolls Royce. You got different types of cars. You got different types of things. But what you got to understand is, man, it's a process. In order to get your permit, you got to take the test. In order to take the test, and before you take the test, you got to study the test. See, we don't take the time to study. We don't take the time to analyze. We don't take the time to sit there and pull back and just scope a person out. Why do you think there's a scouting report, for a football team at the beginning of the week for the people that they're going to play on Sunday? They got to scope it out. They got to study. How can you go into the game and be prepared for the game if you ain't even studied? Then when something hit the fan and boom, you sitting there like, oh no, it's your fault. Oh no, it's your fault. Oh, it's your fault. Oh, it's your fault. Y'all point all, we ain't study. We ain't study. It's like I tell my daughter, right? You gotta be careful when you liking a guy. You gotta be careful when you liking a guy. Because if you want to drive the vehicle, he's got to sit here and he's got to take the test for the permit. He's got to study. He's got to study the entire exam before he gets tested, before he gets that permit. You know who gives the permit? I give the permit. I said, you know who gives the permit? I give the permit. Me and your mother, we give the permit. That's who gives the permit. See, you got to have permission to even get in the vehicle. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have permission. You got to have permission. And then when we ride, a few months and you are of age, and then we're going to do another test that's going to get you your license to even drive for real. See, it's levels to everything in life, even with people. I said it's levels to everything in life, even with people. We got to be careful who we talking to. We got to be careful, who we dealing with. Because people will sit here and they'll drive your car, they'll crash the car, and then they'll sit there and get out the car and do a hit and run and leave you with the damages because they wasn't prepared for everything that came with it. They wasn't prepared or whatever for what was on the road. They wasn't sitting there looking out for your best interests. They just wanted to go joyride and they wanted to go have fun while it lasted until it crashed, and then they get out the car and then they sit there and do a hit and run and say it's your fault. And they don't want to take no accountability for their actions, for what they did wrong. How many people got people like that? And then what do? We sit there and looking at it like, yo, dang, it's our fault. What did we do wrong when you ain't do nothing wrong? They sit there and try to put the blame on you. Nah. Stop allowing people in your life to sit there and drive your car and they ain't even got a permit. They ain't even got a license. But you sitting there allowing them to or whatever because you being nice and you want to be cool and you want to be the cool person. Nah. Chill with all that. It's 2020. I said, chill with all that. It's 2020. You don't need to be the cool person. You need to be the person that's putting everything in protocol. That means going in order. Tell my daughter all the time, it's okay to like a guy. It's cool, it's natural. I get it, I understand. But it's a protocol. It's just like I'm gonna tell my sons, it's a protocol. Give people a protocol in your life. It's cool to be attracted to them. It's cool to hang out. It's cool. It's cool. But get like, you know, don't let them get into your personal space just yet, just because they seem like a cool person. You gotta give time for people to show who they truly are. If they make a mistake, they're gonna own the mistake. I said if they make a mistake, they're gonna own the mistake. That's how you know you got a real friend. They're gonna own it. They're gonna take accountability for themselves. Like, yo, this is where I was wrong. My bad. My fault. I didn't mean to put you in that position. That's my fault. That's what real men do. That's what real women do. They take accountability for their actions, for you know, where they were wrong inside the situation, you know? I'm gonna just take a sip of my coffee. I'm keeping it real though, man. I'm tired of seeing, you know, people get hurt because they just being nice. I'm tired of seeing people getting hurt because they being generous. I'm tired of seeing people getting hurt because they just want to, you know, help people and then they getting stabbed in the back or they getting, you know, pushed to the side like they nothing. Like they nothing. Nah, man. Nah. We ain't got time for that. I want y'all to be better. I want y'all to have better judgment. I want y'all to have, you know, a better discernment of people. See, the Bible says, you know, that we're not supposed to judge people. But in actuality, you can fruit inspect, right? You can inspect a person's fruit. You can tell if it's good fruit or bad fruit. That's not judging. That's just what it is. That's not judging. That's just what it is. Either you got good fruit or you got bad fruit. I've said this before. You already know. Be a good judgment of character. Character is going to take us, you know, way further in life than talent, people. Character is going to take us way further in life than our attractive looks. Character could take you places that talent can't. It's just a fact. That's just a fact. I'm reminded of the fact that when I was in the hospital with my son and it was that doctor that was not trying to give my son an x-ray. And you're supposed to be on for 2 weeks watching my son and you're not going to give me what I'm asking? I just met you, dude. Oh, well, I'm the head oncologist. I don't care. I'm asking him to give my son an x-ray because I just want to cancel out pneumonia. No. The doctor said no. Oh, okay. Okay. So I stepped to him man to man. And I said, you see my wife down there, she's not happy right now. And if she ain't happy right now, we got a problem. They said, if she ain't happy right now, we got a problem. I said, my son is in there fighting for his life. My son is in there fighting for his life, not yours. So if I'm asking for an x-ray, I'm asking for a reason. I get it, you a doctor. I get it, you understand, the medical field. And I'm not trying to challenge that. But as a parent and as a man and as a father, I know my child. I know my child. I took the test. I got permission. I got the license. For this particular vehicle, you ain't got the license, bruh. Give my son the x-ray. He gives my son the x-ray finally. I shouldn't have to go through hell and high water, but I will for my son. I will for my family. I will do it for those that I love. I will go through anything and everything, and I will go through every single hurdle that there is to make sure that my family is safe, to make sure that my people are safe, to make sure that my people got what they need in life. I took the test with my wife. I got permission. I got the license. I could drive the car. I got insurance. I make sure I renew the registration every single year. You understand what I'm saying? My son got that x-ray. They didn't find pneumonia, but they found that the Broviac was coming out of his chest. So you know when something's wrong with your car. You know when something ain't right. See, if you ain't got permission to be driving that car, you don't know the car. You don't know the car because you ain't got permission to drive. See, you got to know the vehicle that you're stepping into. You got to know the vehicle that you're stepping into. You got to know. You got to know. So I encourage you to switch it up. Study a little bit. It's cool to study, y'all. You know that, right? It's cool to study. Many times we just want to jump right in and we just want to drive and not know what's going to happen. We're not aware of the surroundings. We're not aware of the people that's on the road. We ain't aware of none of that. We just want to go. We just want to get in. We just want to drive. Fellas, y'all just want to get in and y'all just want to drive these cars. Y'all want to drive these women. Y'all just want to go in. Not knowing what you're really getting yourself into. You just want to go in. You don't know nothing about the vehicle. You just want to go ahead and drive it. That's it. Just because it looked good. Yo, it's a difference between a Ferrari and an Expedition. I said it's a difference between a Ferrari and an Expedition. See, the Expedition may last you a little bit longer than a Ferrari will. Now, it may not be as flashy. It may not be as fast. But I tell you this much. That thing gonna last. A Ferrari, though, 9 times out of 10, if you ain't careful, you gonna crash. You gonna put yourself in a position that you wasn't really ready for. So it's best to rock with the safer vehicle. No, it may not be as flashy, and it may not be as fast. But I'm telling you this much right now. That thing gonna last. You ain't gotta have a sports car all the time. Especially if you don't know how to drive it. Especially if you don't know what to do with it. So we gotta be careful. We gotta move with a discerning heart in life. And be careful with the decisions that we make with the people that's in our lives. So from here on out, start applying that type of knowledge and start scoping people out and give them the test. Oh, you want to be cool? All right, cool. Give them the test. And you ain't got to say, I'm going to give you a test. But you test them out yourself. You'll see certain situations and you start to ask questions. Why you talk like that? Why you talk like that? Why you act like that when this happens? Or you act different when you around these people, but with me you acting this way. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Oh, this week you was living here, next month you living there, then next month you living, what's up with you? You unstable. That's why you talk like that? You unstable? You understand what I'm saying? Young people move with a discerning heart. Have that wisdom. To my adults, let's make better choices in 2020. And let's start putting this on our children and even on ourselves to make sure that we are given the right knowledge every single day so that we start living a better lifestyle, a more positive lifestyle. We clean our rooms up and stop allowing people in 2020 to walk all over you. Stop giving the keys to people in 2020 and they ain't earned nothing. Stop giving the keys to people and they ain't even got a permit to drive. They ain't even got a license to drive. And they ain't going to help out with the insurance. So stop giving people access into your life. And then when they crash the car, they do a hit and run. They ain't nowhere to be found or whatever because they don't want to sit there and pay for the damages. But you the one that got to pay for the consequences. That ain't right. So those people, whatever, as easy it was for you to give them the keys, and they want to sit there and drive, and they going to sit there and drive out, all right, cool. Be careful and flip it and be like, you know what? Before I give you these keys, let's see what you about. Before I give you these keys, let's see where you really at. Start allowing people to add value to your life. See, if you ain't gonna add no value, you can't drive the car. If you ain't gonna add no value, you can't drive the car. You ain't even gonna put no gas in. You gonna put some gas in it? You gonna put some gas in the car? Because that's what people do. You give them the keys to your car, they leave you on E. I said you give them the keys to your car and they leave you on E. They ain't even gonna put no gas in it. You can at least do that. You could at least put a 20 in. You could at least put 25 in. You could at least fill my tank up. You did just drive my car or whatever and spend all the gas. That's what people do to you in life. But no more. No more are we going to allow that. Stop allowing people the keys to your car if they ain't going to put no gas in it. And leave you with a car and you on E. That ain't right. In 2020, we move different. In 2020, we think different. In 2020, we act different. In 2020, we got a discerning mind and a discerning heart. And we move with wisdom. And we protect that peace. We protect our heart. And it's not being harsh to anybody. It's just protecting your family and protecting what's yours and protecting your purpose. Because you don't want no setbacks no more. We ain't got time for that. I said we don't want no setbacks no more. We ain't got time for that. So let's get it, man. It's the next level. And it's the next level of thinking and pushing to an entirely different level of life. That positive lifestyle is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the positive lifestyle. That's where we rich at. That's where we wealthy at. We wealthy in a positive lifestyle. Because we think free. We move free. Our bodies and our mind and our spirit is free. So I encourage everybody. Let's start this off right. Let's start this off right. Think free. Move free. Think positively. It's your boy Kenny Clutch with another episode of the Clutchvision podcast. We thank y'all. We love y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, click that bell, donate below to this podcast, $1 or more. You can catch it almost anywhere where there's podcasts. And yeah, man, the Clutchvision podcast right here on YouTube.com. KennyClutchSpeaks.com. Make sure you go ahead to www.KennyClutchSpeaks.com if you would like to have me come out and speak to your school, to your organization, to your church, wherever it is, to your program, your football program, your baseball program, anything that you need motivation for, and you need a speaker to come out. Go ahead and hit me up, email me, contact@KennyClutchSpeaks.com. Until the next time, it's your boy Kenny Clutch, the Clutch Vision Podcast. Peace.
Cause when we change the mind, we change the game.